Hi everyone, it's Dot, and today I'm making a delicious Mexican chicken salad with Pico De Gallo. Tasty, a little bit of heat, and low carb. The first thing I'm going to get working on is my Pico De Gallo. I want it sitting in the fridge for a few hours before I use it. That way the flavors have enough time to meld with each other. So what am I putting in it? I'm using garlic. I'm using serrano peppers. If you want to, you can use jalapeno or omit the pepper if you don't like the heat. Serranos are hotter than jalapeno and I want some heat this time around. I'm using plum tomatoes. They're just beefier and I like the taste and I like there's a lot more meat to them. I'm using a lime, white onion, and of course, cilantro. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping everything up. All right, I've chopped up most of my food. I'm gonna go ahead and start preparing my serrano peppers. Now, just like jalapenos, you wanna wear gloves. The oil from the seeds, and once you cut it open, you don't wanna rub anywhere on your face, your eyes especially. It will burn, so just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna lop off the tops, like that. And they have seeds in them just like a jalapeno. I'm not going to include the seeds in my dish. I'm just going to take a spoon, if you can see this, with my big old gloved hands in a way, and I'm just going to start just basically taking out the seeds and the pith. I just want to do it so I can actually just start working with it with my gloved hands and just sort of go ahead and take them out and clean it out. Essentially. It's just like a jalapeno. I've showed how to do a jalapeno before, but that's pretty much how you clean them out. Now, if you want to use the seeds in this, you absolutely can. It definitely makes it hotter, just so you know. I tend not to use as many seeds. I'll use some of them, not all of them. I'm gonna go ahead and finish cutting these, and then we're gonna put together the Pico De Gallo. All right, so now we're gonna start putting the Pico De Gallo together. I'm using kosher salt and some cumin, and I'm just gonna put that right in there. I'm gonna add in my garlic clove. You want it all minced, nice and minced up. My serrano peppers, onions, cilantro. Next up, I'm going to add in the juice from one lime. Now, if you prefer lemon to lime, go right ahead and use it. That is completely up to you. Pico De Gallo is pretty much straight carb. It's all veg and lime juice. I like to add a little bit of fat to it, and the way I do that is by adding some MCT oil since there's no flavor to it. And it just helps actually add fat to it since there is no fat with these vegetables here. And the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna just start mixing everything up. If you don't wanna use MCT oil or you don't have it, you can use an extra light or just a light olive oil. There's not a whole lot of flavor to that. It's all mixed. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in another container, seal it with a lid, and it's gonna go in the fridge and it's gonna chill while I'm making my chicken salad. Now I'm going to go ahead and make the chicken salad with the Mexican twist. And what gives me the Mexican twist? Well, I'm using a 4-cheese mixture, which basically I just picked up at the grocery store. It said it was Mexican 4-cheese style. So I just picked up a batch, and it's straightforward cheese and it didn't have any seasoning on it. And I know some do, but I picked up one that didn't, so which is fine with me. I have my own little taco seasoning, and I'll put the recipe below that you can make up a big batch and just use for whatever dish you want to make. It's really good. And I just go ahead and when I shred my own cheese to make my own Mexican mixture, I just shred a whole bunch that I'm going to use for the whole week, and I add my little taco seasoning to it, put it in a Ziploc bag, and it stays in the fridge, and you just grab and go as you need it for whatever recipe that you're making or if you want to add it to a salad. So there you go. So I have a 4-cheese. I'm using scallions, green pepper, of course. I have my cilantro here. I'm using sour cream, and I'm using a mayo, but I'm using a Chipotle lime mayo. And this particular mayo from, if you can see that, the Primal Kitchen, I love this and I can't get enough of this. It's not a big bottle, but that's okay because they don't put any junk in this thing except it's just real food, and it's so tasty. And it's other nice thing, it's made with real eggs and also avocado oil, which I love. Big bonus on that. And my chicken, and I'm using a full 4-pound rotisserie chicken. I just bought a rotisserie chicken. It's the organic ones, but it's plain, and that means there is nothing added to it. No sugar, no chemicals, nothing. It is just a rotisserie chicken. Love it, and it's awesome. And I'm using white and dark meat. So I went ahead and shredded the dark, and I chopped up the white. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and add the mayo right now. Sour cream is next. Green peppers, scallions, cilantro. It's getting pretty full, so I'm gonna start mixing a little bit before it gets terribly out of hand. I'm gonna add all the cheese and the seasoning. All right, I got it all mixed. It took a little muscle work to do that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pair this with the Pico De Gallo. So I just put it on top. I'm serving it for dinner tonight. I'm just eating it off of a bed of greens with a little bit of avocado on the side. And it looks great, it looks yummy. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. This is awesome. The mayonnaise really is the star of this, I have to say. I just love the Chipotle mayo. I love having the Pico De Gallo in there. It adds a nice little burst of flavor to the chicken salad. And also what I like adding the green peppers in chicken salad is it adds a nice crunch to it. So does the Pico De Gallo with the onions. But there's a nice crunchy texture to it because when I normally make chicken salad, just regular style, I use celery. Well, how I sort of stumbled upon this is I decided one day I didn't have celery, so I added green pepper to it. Loved it, and I thought, well, and I started adding more and more to it. My chicken salad tends to be a little creamier because I shred half the chicken that goes in it, but you can make it however you'd like. But I hope you go ahead and give this a try. It tastes really good. If you don't want to make the Pico De Gallo, because it does take time to chop up all those tomatoes, all you need to do is you can make the chicken salad the way I made it, but just go ahead and add sliced cherry tomatoes in there. And just mix that in with your chicken salad, and that'll still give you a nice taste of tomato in there that I got with the Pico De Gallo. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Below the video, you'll find the entire recipe. And go ahead, hit like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see ya.